What's up, fender benders, and today I'm going to be reviewing set number 8089, Hoth Wampa's Cave. Some other information was released in 2010, has 297 pieces. I believe it retailed for $50, if I remember correctly, and it includes 4 minifigures: Luke Skywalker, Zeb Senesca, Skeleton, and a Wampa. Otherwise, some general information on the box, or just box overall. We do get a nice picture of the set that you get. You can easily tell with a Hoth background. It's very nice. Along with new box art for 2010, because this was also 2010 box art, so I would assume that this is going to be later 2010, this is going to be earlier 2010, so yeah, because I remember in 2011 having this box art, so yeah, I believe this box art retired, which is still very nice, but this one's also very cool. On the top, we do get Wampa and the 3 minifigures there, showing them off again, along with some side box art there, just a smaller picture of this, basically. So, pretty dang cool. At least we have some side box art. Along with on the back here, we do get some advertisement for some sets in the also same wave in 2010, along with just some other pictures of the set, showing off its play features, and just another angle of the set, along with the repeat of the box art, along with a visit lego.com in the corner. It's not a hyperlink, so I don't know how to get there. Anyway, onto the front. Again, there's the front one last time before we open it. Let's go to opening it now. 2010, and it's going to be opened, so I'm just going to shake it one last time for it to be in its sealedness, just to show off. Yeah, I've had it sealed for a little bit now, not since 2010, but I've bought it off of eBay. And so it's going to be a hard thing to open this. But anyway, let's get this opened right now. Yep, that's it. It just lost 20 bucks of value right there, just opening it like that. But I meant to keep it, so there's some extension of the box art right there. It's kind of nice. And I do want to mention something before I do show it off. This box art's very, like, shiny and laminated. It's interesting. Like, way more shiny than, like, this. So this is, it's just a different material. Just want to let you know. I don't know. It's just something I noticed on this box. So interesting. Anyway, let's get the instruction booklet out first. Old instructions. Kind of weird. Anyway, let's pull out one bag. We are getting bag 2 right now, and let's get the rest of them out. There it is. All right there. Dang, 3 bags. There's the Wampa. Oh, it's like in 3 different sections. There's the Wampa packaging. I know that's what's made a big deal. There's the sticker sheet. Pretty dang cool. Let's show you the instruction booklet. All we really care about is the advertisement. There's the advertisement, turbo tank, some other later 2010 sets, I believe. Shows off some play features. Pretty nice. I think that's about it. This is a weird shaped instruction booklet, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, otherwise, that's about it. So yeah, let's get this built and let's show off the minifigures. Our first minifigure is going to be the skeleton. Literally nothing much here for the skeleton, just the basic skeleton. In 2010, there wasn't much here. You got the white droid arms, and otherwise, there's your skeleton minifigure. That's it. Let's go to our next minifigure. Our next minifigure is going to be Zeb Senesca. Nothing too crazy here. He's just got some normal 2010 normal, not X-Wing Snowspeeder detail on him with the pack and all that looks the same as the X-Wing. Really nothing too crazy except for the face print here. I like the face print. Very nice with the neck strap and just a serious face with the goggles there. Along with the good old nice, actually, I like this helmet coloring because you don't really get it that often. So that's actually a really cool helmet coloring. He gets no weapon in the set. Kind of disappointing, but yeah, that's it for Zeb Senesca. Let's go to our final minifigure. Our final minifigure is going to be Luke Skywalker. He's not that crazy. I mean, he's crazy, okay? He got hit by the Wampa, so I mean, he's a pretty crazy man. But anyway, he does come with a lightsaber, which is like the only weapon you get in the set, so yay. But torso printing's pretty dang good. I like it. Plenty of detail, definitely like a Luke Hoth. You definitely can tell that. You get some back printing, pretty nice. No second face, pretty bummer, because his only face you get is a smiling face of him. And you can definitely tell this is a pretty old Luke face. It's 2010. I mean, you can definitely tell with both these minifigures that these are going to be pretty old minifigures here. So that's pretty dang cool. This year is also the new year with the new helmet mold for the Hoth Rebel Troopers. So that's pretty cool. Nothing like, otherwise, he's not that crazy of a minifigures. You notice these minifigures are pretty what you much expect and what you want in this set. Nothing else. But anyway, let's go to the Wampa figure. Now, here is the Wampa Big Fig. Right now, you're probably looking at him and you're like, oh, wow, he's big. And you're like, oh, he looks big on the box. He's going to be this big character. He's not really. I'll show you that in a second. But I'm going to show you his features first, just because there are a few. I'm going to Zeb Sineska here. We do get a movable arms. He does get a little chicken leg that he can hold here. But you notice his hand's different than this hand here. That's going to be interesting, right? He can literally hold minifigures. So you can have him hold a minifigure. Move his arm up just a second. There we go. And he can literally hold the minifigures. That's kind of fun. That's a fun little play feature to have. So, cool. And then I really like the design on him, his little toes, and just the design. I like the fur and all that. It gives a good abominable snowman. And the little horns. Pretty nice. Get the little nose coloring there. But anyway, let's do some size comparisons. We get a minifigure here. Here is the Wampa. Okay, the Wampa is probably about like the height of 2 minifigures. Probably a little bit under. Okay, let's bring in the Cave Troll. This is from the Mines of Moria Lord of the Rings set. Okay, the Cave Troll's about double the size. About. It's probably a little bit under, but you can see a huge size significance at the Cave Troll and then Wampa. And then lastly, Rancor. And if you want to see the size comparison between Cave Troll and Rancor, I'll show you that real quick. You can see a huge size difference between the Cave Troll and Rancor. Here's Wampa now. Wampa is dwarfed by the Cave Troll. I mean, if you want to know, not by Cave Troll, by the Rancor. Okay, Wampa can't fit his head in there, but he can fit his arm in there. I mean, that's how tiny the Wampa is. So, if you want the Wampa and Rancor to clash, I think the Rancor is going to win. And I also think it'd be a pretty fair match between the Cave Troll and Wampa. But anyway, that's just to show you how small the Wampa is, but he's still a really cool figure. If you want to get him, I think he's still worth getting him in these expensive sets just because of he's such a cool figure even though he's so small. Anyway, let's get to the set now. First off, we're going to look at the Snowspeeder just because it's the bigger build of the two and because it's the less exciting. But anyway, the Snowspeeder from 2010 looks amazing. For modern standards of 2022, not so much, just because it's dated, but it's still a pretty solid build. I still like the build. It's so fun to see building an old Lego set, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, pretty dang fun. But over some features, the wings are going to be exactly the same except for like a sticker there. There's going to be a few stickers. These can lift up and show you off that pretty cool sticker. This can move. That moves this inside, so you want to move it, you can. Nothing too crazy. Moving on to the back, we do get this Technic pen here to move out the string, and you can just pull it. It should just be pullable. You can just pull it to bring it out. Pretty cool. You also get a pretend little shooting thing. Excuse me. Sorry. You can also have this pretend to be the shooting thing, the grappling hook shooter. Pretty cool. Not really like a play feature, just there. Along with the wing on this side is going to be exactly the same. Open this up and you'll have the same sticker there. Pretty cool. You get the blasters, Snowspeeder. You get the normal opening hatch, and it will break off sometimes. Let's see if it will do it yet. I'm going to let it break off easily, just like, okay, is it? There you go. It broke off. I know it's like, oh no, it breaks off. It breaks off pretty easy. The connection isn't as strong, so I would grab it back here and lift up. That's where I would do it. So now let's lift it up. You do get a really cool sticker with an AT-AT on it. That's pretty cool. There's the inside to set your minifigures in. Enough for 2. Let's get Zeb in there as he is the Snowspeeder pilot. You do get a second seat for Luke, so you just set them in like that, and you can close them in. Second seat will be for Luke, as he needs to get away too from the Wampa, so that's where you'll put him in for this set. Otherwise, that's it for the Snowspeeder. The main playability feature is going to be the grappling hook. I don't know what you would do with it in this set. Hook the Wampa to it, or hook Luke to it. I don't know. You can have fun with it. But otherwise, it's a very swooshable set. Easy to hold. It's a pretty fun little build. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the Wampa's Cave now. Wampa's Cave is where the fun is all going to be. This is the only set besides the UCS Echo Base set. I believe it's Echo Base. That should be the Hoth set. Echo Base set to have a Wampa Cave. And this is the only set that is literally called Hoth Wampa Cave. So that's pretty cool. We're going to start with the front, even though we're starting with the back. You get a nice big entrance here that, yes, can fit Wampa. Can fit Wampa just perfectly. Just perfectly. Otherwise, you're not going to have Wampa to fit. Unlike the UCS one, it can't actually fit. Get a nice rock design. This isn't really how you're going to be displaying it, because there's not really anything cool on the front. It looks nice. Nothing too crazy. On the back, though, this is where the craziness begins. This is where your skeleton minifigure is useful. He is literally hooked to here, and that's what he does. You also get a nice rib cage build. So we'll just move that out of the way because it actually hinders something. Little rib cage build. That's really cool. Along with Luke Skywalker hangs on these two studs, along with a bunch of icicles around him. So he hangs there. Wampa can just be sitting over here munching on his chicken. It's pretty dang cool. But anyway, the other feature that we get in this set is going to be over here. You get a lightsaber, you put the thing right on in, and then you'll notice it moves. Now, whenever Luke uses the Force to get his lightsaber out and hand it to him, that's exactly what this feature's for, but it's actually better than in the movie. If you can get enough power to it, which I'll see if I can do. Oh, I missed. You can let that thing go flying. It probably went a good 3-4 feet, probably 5 feet away from me right now. You can get that thing going good, and that's what you want to do. I'm going to get that after we're done filming this part right here, but that feature is so much fun. But if your rib cage is set in here, which is where it does go in the set, it will hinder the lightsaber's performance. So if you do want it to perform the best while you're playing with it, remove your rib cage and move it somewhere else onto the set, and you'll have way more fun with it. So yeah, that's the only suggestion I have. There's nothing wrong with the Wampa's Cave for 2010. This is an amazing set with it. But yeah, pretty dang cool. Get some nice snow, greebling, snow build, make it detailless. And then the last thing I do want to mention, which will get him off, there's a little bit of a roof here. So you can put minifigures up here and have some play. You can even put Wampa up here to bat off the snow speeder. But yeah, that's going to be it for this set. Let's go to my overall opinion. For $40 to $50, I don't remember which one it was whenever it was retailed, it is a solid set. You get 4 minifigures, despite one's just a skeleton. They're pretty dang solid. You get a nice snow speeder build. You get a nice Hoth Wampa Cave build that Wampa can fit through. Wampa is probably a little bit smaller than what you expect, as I showed you, but you can hold minifigures with it. You got a few good play features in this set. Very nice, very playable. Now, not too many problems in the set. The snow speeder is probably just weird for some things. Like example, the big Technic pendant. They don't do that anymore with the snow speeders. Otherwise, I don't really see it being a bad set. There's nothing wrong. I personally think it was worth the $200 that I got it for it being that big overpriced. If you really like this set, I would go get it before it gets even more expensive. One thing that people do wish happened with the set was that in 2009, they released the first Tauntaun. They say in 2009 that Hoth Echo Base 7749, go check out that review after this one, is they should have put the snow speeder in that set and then put the Tauntaun in this set to make it like this more. I mean, yes, it would be more fitting towards the movie. If you also want to see, I'll just show you size comparison with the Tauntaun real quick there. Interesting. But anyway, if people did not know this, LEGO already has a price point per set. I think this would have rise the price on the Hoth Echo Base 2009 set, as it was already, it's $25. This is for $50 or $40. These two figures wouldn't together really make it $50. Or doesn't look like it should be $50. It looks more like it should be like a $30 or a $40 Lego set. This, though, you add in the snow speeder. We'll move this aside. You add the snow speeder in. Whoa, it looks like a $50 set more just because you got this big snow speeder. But anyway, we don't have to worry about that now. I really think it's a good set even without the Tauntaun. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm going to give this set an overall 9.5 out of 10. It's a good, solid set. Anyway, if you like this video, guys, hit that like button. If you're not a Fender Bender yet, I got to hit that subscribe button. We are the fastest growing car crash in America, and bye.